want to avoid missing out on life and losing so much time to the past and the future, you've got to learn how to live in the moment. It's impossible to enjoy life at the highest level without being fully aware of the present moment. Hi, I'm Dr. Ken from Attract Freedom, and today I want to share with you 10 ways to stay and live in the present moment. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that way when I have new videos like this, you'll be the first to be notified. So let's get started. Number 1, avoid worry and regret. We tend to regret the past and worry about the future. We're always living in the past or worrying about what's going to happen to us in the future. We're never in the present moment. And that is one of the biggest challenges that we could ever have, because we cannot then focus and create in the present moment. The past is gone. It's never going to come back again. The future is also not here. It's only in our minds, but yet we still worry about the future. Life is more enjoyable and meaningful when you focus on the present. Number 2, you want to avoid multitasking. Research has shown that multitasking doesn't really work. I know there are a lot of people who say that they are very good at multitasking, that they know how to do so many things at once. As a matter of fact, I used to think like that. I used to think, oh, well, I could do so many things at one time. And I'm a multi-passionate person, so I wear so many hats, but I realized along the way while growing up that it doesn't really work that way. Yes, you can have a lot of passions. However, you want to take one thing at a time and work on it. There's this acronym called F.O.C.U.S, F-O.C.U.S. Follow one course until successful. I've spoken about it in the past. And you want to do that because research says that single tasking is where your mind is going to really work at its best. You're going to work better, you're going to work faster, and you're going to be able to produce the best of yourself. So remember that. Single tasking is the way to go. Avoid multitasking. Avoid clutter. Clutter outside is the same as clutter in the mind. There's a causality between clutter outside and clutter inside. Whatever our environment is untidy, then our mind also gets confused and jumbled up. So in order to clear our minds, we need to get rid of the clutter on the outside too. And sometimes we know we have so many possessions and we forget that we don't need most of the items. So the best thing to do is, if you can, give it away, sell it, do whatever you can, donate it if possible, as many things as you can, and you'll be amazed to see how more in the present moment you're going to be. I am a self-confessed hoarder, and I have always had that kind of challenge because I like to keep things. So after a while, everything gets so jumbled up in my environment. I'm a work in progress, and I've been doing quite a bit of work on it, and I think I'm improving, but trust me, clutter outside is the same as clutter inside. Work on that and you'll be amazed how things are going to change for you. Number 4, you want to eliminate or at least reduce the use of digital devices, electronic devices. We spend so much time on Netflix, we spend so much time browsing the internet, we spend so much time on our phones. Oftentimes we forget that that is what keeps us out of the present moment. If we would just put them down for a little bit and spend time with our loved ones, just enjoying nature, enjoying the environment and all of that, you'll be amazed that that would keep us in the present moment, because then we'll be involved in current activities. Number 5, forgiveness is the fragrance that the violet sheds on the heel that has crushed it. I learned that from Dr. Wayne Dyer. May his soul rest in peace. When we're angry at somebody, we're the only ones getting hurt, not the other person. It's like holding a hot coal in our hands and expecting the other person to burn. That never works. So we need to learn to forgive and move on, because otherwise the other person is going to be in control of us. And furthermore, or worse yet, it does not allow us to stay in the present moment. We're always either regretting something that happened, angry about what happened in the past, and then maybe plotting our revenge for the future. So we're never in that present moment. So learn to forgive. Be a turtle. Why do I say be a turtle? A turtle is always very slow, but the turtle is not just slow. The turtle is always deliberate. The turtle knows where it's going. And because it knows where it's going, it's deliberate. That is how you want to live your life if you want to be in the present moment. Avoid the rush, the humdrum and anxiety that is caused by rushing, planning so many crazy things at the same time. You want to go deliberately. Take your time. Focus. And when you're focusing, pay full attention. Like when you're washing dishes, for instance. And washing dishes, by the way, is a great task. If you've never done it, like some men, well, no, I do wash it. I do my dishes, by the way. Yeah, you could ask. What's most important here is that washing dishes brings you back into the present moment. It's so crucial because once you understand that washing dishes, what it does is it takes you away from the past and the present and brings you back into the current activity that you're doing. Number 7, listen. Listening skills are crucial. Remember what grandma said, your 2 ears are better because you were given 2 ears so that you could hear better. And that is one thing that you want to use to your advantage. When you're listening, you're paying full attention to the person in front of you. And when you're doing that, number 1, they are very happy with you because they appreciate the attention. And number 2, you're in the present moment. So listen and listen well. Also use eye contact. Make sure that the other person is focused on you. You're listening to every single word, and that will never take you out of the present moment. You're not going to be thinking about the past. You're not going to be worried about the future. You're going to be focused on that person. Number 8, 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes is what you need every single day, or 5 minutes during the day, several times 5 minutes to get back into the present moment. And how do you do that? You try to close your eyes and describe what is going on in your environment, what you could see, what you're feeling, what it smells like, what you're hearing. You're using all your 5 senses to describe the environment, and therefore it brings you back into the present moment. It's a very beautiful exercise to do, and you'll find that every single time it brings you back into the present moment. The other thing also is to breathe. And once you understand how to breathe properly, breathe in, hold for a bit, breathe out. And once you keep doing that, that also brings you back into the present moment and keeps you living in the moment. So if you can do that several times a day, breathing, describing your environment, whenever you find that you are sort of not in the center, it will bring you back into the center. Number 9, you're supposed to eat slowly. Eat deliberately and slowly. Take your time when you're eating because that brings you back into the present moment. If you can savor the food along the way, smell the food, enjoy the aroma, savor the food, let it roll down your tongue and let the smell waft down, that brings you into your present moment, and that is fantastic. It's crucial because we live in an environment where, when we're supposed to chew our food about 30 to 40 times, we do it considerably less. Why? Because we are always rushing and we're wolfing down the food and all that, and that does not put us in that present moment. Number 10, and last but not least, reduce your obligations. What do I mean by that? Schedule less appointments. Try to plan your life around the things that are fun. I learned this some time back. I have to keep practicing it because it's very difficult to practice. Well, it's not difficult, it's just that one has to prioritize. And that is, plan all the things that you like to do. Put them on your schedule, in your agenda, and then plan all your work around it. That brings you always more into the present moment. You have less obligations because you've spaced out the calendar. You fill the calendar out, and it's giving you more time to be with your loved ones, to do the things that are not so urgent, but are important. So what other ways do you know to stay in the present moment? I would love to hear your comments. Share them below, and we can continue the conversation down there in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. And of course, share this with your family and friends. Don't forget to subscribe. Also download my free checklist, 10 Habits of Successful People. I'm going to leave a link in the description below so that you can download it. Stay alive, stay awake, stay alert, and stay aware. You were born to make a difference. Set mind to purpose. You're more powerful than you think. See you in the next video.